Hi everyone and welcome to Evocative Scents. In case if you are looking for a very versatile summer fragrance, then today's fragrance might just be the one you are looking for. Although I have tried some aromatics fragrances, I haven't really found time to cover them all, but they certainly have some very good ones. I believe I had covered the Platinum Blanc last year and it was such a stunning mint fragrance, especially for the high heat summer. But these fragrances, they tend to be on the slightly expensive side on the affordable spectrum. So shortly we shall go to the details of today's fragrance, the Frostbite, and let's begin. First of all, as usual, let's start with the packaging. I will be moving through it very quickly as it is extremely similar with the Platinum Blanc and it's almost the same experience here. If you have seen any unboxing of aromatics fragrances, you will see that the bottle is an integral part of the outer look. It has a bluish kind of outer box and some regular information on the back. All of these perfumes come in standard 100 ml and in extract concentration. But as I have said so many times on my video, it is that the concentration of fragrances isn't always directly proportional to the performance you will get out of it, and we will discuss that in the later section of this video. The two magnetic flaps open up and you will find the bottle resting at the center safely and neatly placed. Now the bottle designs are always subjective. I will leave it up on you whether you like this design or not, but it is certainly not a minimalist design. The coloration of the bottle reminds me actually of the JPG Le Beau Le Parfum but minus the green color. At the back of the bottle you get the name of this fragrance, and that's just about everything regarding the bottle design. And yes, I almost forgot, there is a sticker at the bottom regarding the batch number and of course packaging and expiry date. Now let's take a quick look at the atomizer as well. No pressurized atomizer but decent spray, I would say. It will definitely get the job done. So overall rating for the packaging and presentation is a 9 out of 10. A pressurized atomizer would have been a really nice finishing touch. Now we are into the most interesting part of this video, which is the smell of this cologne. As soon as I spray this fragrance, this perfume smells very unique and interesting at the same time. Also keeping the mass appealing aspect intact because it has got that very fruity, sweet and sour opening, but not what you will find with typical blue fragrances. In fact, I have got no fragrance in my collection that has such a prominent blueberry smell. Most of the times the blueberry smell is mixed with lot of citruses, so it remains in the background for most of the fragrances out there. If you have used any blueberry based sour gel, it will instantly remind of that particular smell, which is extremely fresh, fruity and refreshing at the same time. However, I must say I am not getting a lot of citrus out of this one. In the opening it's mostly apple and of course a lot of blueberry, but underneath lies a very slight spicy nuance. But the smell is so diffusive, light and airy, making the spiciness go a little bit unnoticed. It's also nothing like your typical blue fragrances and certainly not like the Bleu de Chanel or the Dior Sauvage. Even though this fragrance has a fruity opening, it's actually not that sweet, making it more office appropriate and also something you could wear to a date situation as well. This is what I would call a dumb rich fragrance, where you don't have to think a lot which fragrance to wear, you don't have to care about the situation or occasion, and at the same time you are still going to smell great. And of course garner some attention or compliments as well. Now the Frostbite isn't exactly a linear fragrance, but the fruitiness lingers on for quite a while. In the dry down it becomes slightly powdery, with the lavender also giving it a touch aromatic quality as well. But the smell has a distinct dryness about it. Despite having fruitiness at the top, it doesn't feel very juicy, especially when it dries down. There are also some floral facets, but they are very hard to pinpoint, and in the final stage it becomes slightly earthy and woody, but the transition is going to be very smooth. See, this fragrance doesn't have any spicy qualities of Dior Sauvage, and it also doesn't have the juicy citrus and prominent sandalwood facet of the Bleu de Chanel. So Frostbite does something on its own. It is still a fresh blue fragrance, but it is definitely more unisex and can be easily pulled off by men and women. In terms of seasonality, I would say this fragrance will go nicely in the summer and spring season, but since this one is a fresh fragrance, you can also pull off this fragrance in the cool weather as well, but it will really shine in the warm weather. But what about the performance aspect of this fragrance? Well, this perfume doesn't disappoint. I would say it has soft to moderate projection for the first couple of hours, and after that it doesn't become exactly a skin scent. You are still going to get whiffs of this one even in the 4th hour, thus maintaining a decent scent bubble around you. Expect about 6 hours of longevity on clothes, and since I am testing this fragrance in very hot weather, so if you are living somewhere in cool and nice weather, you should be able to extract about 7 to 8 hours easily. I would put it somewhere in the average side of the performance category. But the question is, how does this fragrance stacks up in the aromatics lineup? Well, I feel that the Platinum Blanc is still the best fresh fragrance in the aromatics lineup. This one is good, but definitely a rung below the Platinum Blanc, and that's just my personal opinion. But the thing is, mint fragrances aren't exactly going to be of everybody's taste, while this one is going to have a more mass appeal character to it. So as an everyday fragrance, this will actually score higher than the Platinum Blanc. So ultimately, it all depends on your choice and which fragrances you are really interested in. I would say if you are looking for a very easygoing fragrance that has got good performance, then definitely give this one a try and see it for yourself whether this fragrance meets your expectations or not. In my humble opinion, I feel that this perfume is priced slightly more than what it should be. And if you have already tried this fragrance, I would love to hear your thoughts as well. If you found this video remotely useful, then it would certainly help me if you hit that like button. And if you are watching my video for the first time and are new to this channel, please do consider subscribing as well, because your support truly means a lot to me. So that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.